Most of us are afraid of one tiny word, no. We say yes just to keep people happy, but we end up miserable ourselves. I was a professional people pleaser. My schedule was a total nightmare. I was doing everyone's work except my own. I was exhausted and constantly resentful. I decided to set a challenge. For 7 days, I would say no. If it wasn't a hell yes, it was a no. No more people pleasing. Here is how I reclaimed my life. Day 1, the first step. It started with a small favor. Can you help me move this weekend? Usually, I would say yes immediately. This time, I paused for a second. I realized I desperately needed rest. I finally said the word, no. It felt like a physical weight in the air. My heart was racing from anxiety. I expected them to be angry, but they just said, okay, no problem. Nothing exploded. The world kept turning. Day 2, the work pressure. At work, the pressure was much higher. My boss asked for an urgent task at 5 p.m. It wasn't even my job. I stood my ground this time. I can't do that today. I felt like I was going to be fired, but my boss just asked someone else. I left the office on time for once. It felt strange, but amazing. I finally had an evening to myself. Day 3, social FOMO. Social invitations are the hardest part. A friend invited me to a party. I really didn't want to go. I felt the urge to make up a lie. Instead, I stayed honest and simple. Thanks, but I'm staying in tonight. The FOMO hit me hard for a minute, but then I felt the peace of a quiet evening. I was finally choosing my own needs. Day 4, the internal shift. Something started to change inside. My time started to feel valuable again. I had hours of extra space in my day. I used it to focus on my own goals. Saying no to others was saying yes to myself. My energy levels were through the roof. I wasn't distracted by everyone else's drama. I was finally the main character of my life. Day 5, boundaries with myself. I applied the rule to my own habits. No to late night scrolling, no to junk food, no to distractions. Self-discipline is just saying no to impulses. I realized my biggest enemy wasn't others. It was my own lack of boundaries. I was finally taking control of my brain. Day 6, handling the pushback. Not everyone liked the new me. Some people got frustrated and cold. They were used to my constant yes. I realized something very important. Those who get mad at your boundaries are the ones who benefited from you having none. It was a painful realization, but it was absolutely necessary. I was finally filtering my social circle. Day 7, the final verdict. The experiment is officially over. I'm a completely different person now. I'm no longer a yes man. I have much more respect for my own time, and surprisingly, others respect me too. Saying no didn't make me a jerk. It made me a person with a real life. Stop being everyone's backup plan. Reclaim your time and your energy. Start saying no today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.